In this video, I want to explain how you can work with relative Excel links in Empower. Basically, an Excel link is a connection between an Excel file and an element in PowerPoint, such as an Empower chart right here. If I want to link this chart here with an Excel file, one way to do this is to click on the data menu above my chart and then click on Excel link. Now I can select the Excel file that I want to take my data from and select the range that I want to work with and click on OK. Now that I have defined the Excel range, I have the option to make further settings in this window. We are now interested in this setting right here. By default, an Excel link uses an absolute path to link the Excel file. This means that when the option Use Relative Path is switched off, Empower will create an absolute path. Using an absolute path means that the Excel file must remain in the location in the file system where it was saved at the time of linking, so that the link remains intact and can also be updated. If I should move the Excel file afterwards when using an absolute path, the Excel link no longer works. As you can see right here in this test folder, I have saved the two files, the Excel file and the PowerPoint file that it is linked to. If I should move the Excel file to another location in my file system, the link would no longer work. But don't worry. Even if the link no longer works, the data in the chart remains intact, and the link can be easily adjusted later on. In the case of multiple Excel links, most easily via the Excel Link Manager that you can find right here. In the Excel Link Manager, you can also see which Excel link in your presentation uses which path type. And right here, you can also change the path type later on. Using a relative path allows you to move the two files within the file system as long as both files are saved in the same folder or relative to each other. For example, the Excel file in a subfolder of this folder right here. This way, when I use a relative path, these two files can also be sent, for example, via email, and the link remains active and up to date. So if the Excel file and the PowerPoint file are stored in a folder, you can easily move or send the folder together. If I go back to PowerPoint and to the Excel Link Manager, you can see that I have the option to select all my Excel links and perform a bulk action and set them all to use a relative path right here. If I now close this window and save my presentation, close this window and also save my Excel file and close this one, I can now, for example, select these two files, cut them and move them to another folder right here. So now they're both located at another position in the file system, but because I work with a relative path, the Excel links will stay intact. If I now open my Excel file and change the data quite drastically so that the change is easy to see, save the Excel file, close it once again, and open the corresponding PowerPoint file, I can now update my Excel link of this chart by clicking on the refresh button right here. And you can see that the link remains intact and the data is used correctly. I hope this video has helped you to understand what relative Excel links are and how to work with them in Empower. Thanks for watching and goodbye.